Hello, welcome to the sideboard one last time here at the StarCityGames.com Modern Open in Baltimore, part of the SCG Tour, brought to you by Twitch and Ultimate Guard. Nick Miller alongside our now five-time Open champion. Ross Merriam, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Third two-day Open title.
Yep.
You've been working on this Arclight Phoenix deck for weeks, tuning it, twisting it, changing it here and there. We've seen it in the Versus Live, Versus Series stream. You had it in Vegas, adjusted it again, and now you win the Open. It's got to feel pretty rewarding to put in so much work, testing, tuning, and to have the success you've had with it.
Yeah, a very rewarding experience. Have to give some credit to Harlan Führer, who helped a lot with testing the deck, played pretty close to the same list, if not exactly the same. He is the person that started the Monastery Swiftspear tech, so shout out to him. And also Brian Pasocco bounced some ideas off of him as well. So it was a team effort here with them and my teammates at Team BCW. So really rewarding to see the deck come together. Got to the top 8 last week in Vegas, and then played some incredible matches in the top 8 there. So a very memorable tournament for me. Right,
and this was, another good tournament for you. Obviously, could have been, basically meme disaster when you took your loss to Pakula with the milling mage and the playmat and everything. Just another, we had just done your flashback a while back where you're like, all these bad things happen, I have successes too. And then you rattle off more wins, you make the top 8. You got to play Brad in the quarterfinals in an insane match as well.
And he noted before we started playing that he wanted to make the next Ross Merriam highlight video. So hopefully he has, because we played a really good game 1 there. So let's clip out some highlights of that one and make sure he gets his wish and gets in that next highlight video. But yeah, that was an excellent, especially game 1. I have a lot of matches from this tournament that I want to go back and watch. Every single match I've played on camera, I want to go back and watch. And there's so many things I could have done differently between yesterday against 4C Shadow, today against Pakula on humans, the top 8 against Brad. I mean, those game 1s that go 20 turns, there's a million decisions that you can second guess. And then that finals match where I thought I was dead.
Game 2, obviously a non-game, but you had a pretty sweet game 1. And then game 3, take us through that hand, because from my perspective, it looked like you were digging for a land. And then from there, you had to do a lot of dodging cards from his side and then trying to piece together this win. And then when I finally saw the expression on your face when you kind of put it together, you knew what the card on top of your deck was when you opted and everything. Yep. Take us through just that whole game. It was nuts.
Yeah, so I started on a 1-lander with some cantrips and a looting and I think a Phoenix, maybe not, but it was a pretty good 1-lander, even though it's a Steam Vents. And my first visions bricked, and then I bricked on my turn, so I decided to Faithless Looting rather than play another cantrip to dig 2 towards a land, because you just can't fall too far behind. Found it on the second card, the basic island, played another cantrip to set up, and then it became a matter of whether or not I could cast Thing in the Ice safely on the next turn if I was under that much pressure. And once my opponent had 2 lava spikes, I'm now under enough pressure where I don't feel safe thinging, so then I go for the Manamorphose, looting, bolt your thing, get back a Phoenix, and we go from there. And from that point, I think I'm pretty far behind, because I have to take another turn to play Thing, and then another turn to hopefully transform it, and I still need to find lands to do that. I don't have any free spells in my hand. If I find lands that shock me, then that's rough. Fortunately, my opponent passed on turn 3 with no play, so that was ideal. I thought I was just going to get burned on the end step, maybe a temper, maybe a risk factor.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to see another turn.
Yeah, so I got to play my Thing, and then after I untapped with the Thing in the Ice on the battlefield, the key was I drew Manamorphose, which is a perfect card. It's the best card in the deck, which is a tough thing to do in a Faithless Looting deck. Manamorphose is the best one. So ideal draw step there. I'm feeling great, and I have to make a decision there as to what mana to make, because I have 3 lands, and I want to draw a 4th one, so I can play 3 1-mana spells and transform Thing in the Ice. But if I draw Island or if I draw Mountain, then it might screw up the line. And I made red-blue and drew Mountain, which was one of the disasters, because I only have the 1 red card in looting, and I need looting to be last so I can bounce my own Phoenix and get it back immediately. Otherwise, he can cast Phoenix again, and I have no blocker. So that's why I had to fetch, because I found a Tarn after the Mountain. I go to 3. Now I think I'm definitely dead.
Yeah.
Although they didn't have a burn spell the turn before, but they've had 2 turns. Even if they drew a burn spell when they played Phoenix, they would definitely Phoenix. It's more efficient. So I still think I'm dead, but I have to make the line that I have to make. I actually kept a gut shot because then if I looting into a second Phoenix, I can go for an exact lethal kill and get him to 1 and then gut shot him. He won't be able to cast his own gut shot should he have it. Didn't find the second Phoenix, passed fully thinking I was dead, and then he played Reveler, and then from there it's just, can I find a lightning bolt? And I did.
And that's how you take it down. You were very excited. You know, you basically exclaimed, "Gut shot's the best card ever printed."
It's pretty close. I really wanted this tournament. Hadn't had an individual top 8 this year, and so I was happy just to get the top 8 and then get to get the 5th trophy. I'm a little behind on points from where I want to be too, so I'm thrilled.
Yeah, pretty crazy that the deck's got Faithless Looting and Manamorphose, all cards that, you know, Patrick and a bunch of people just kind of rant about being just completely busted.
Yes.
You've got Phyrexian mana spells running around, like, it's got all of the stuff.
Yeah, it is a very powerful deck when it is humming, and it has so many cantrips that you find your spells consistently. So I've had a real fun time playing it. The deck is very complicated. It rewards really tight sequencing decisions, and I guess I'm going to be playing it this weekend in the Invitational.
I was going to say, so. I have to imagine you're going to be pretty happy to be playing this deck or something like this at the Invitational after the last 2 events.
Time to spend a few days focusing on Standard.
All right. Well, Ross, congratulations. Another trophy.
Thank you.
We're going to send it back over to Patrick and Cedric to close it out here in Baltimore.